Johnny 5 is alive.
We live. What up, everybody? Figured we going to kick it in a little early. Everybody's in here already. Everybody. So what's up? Who flew today? Who broke things? Who didn't fly? Who didn't break things? I flew and I broke things.
I didn't fly. So
Little
I didn't
Adam,
break
welcome.
anything.
Bill, Ryan, Reaper in the house. You guys stay tuned to the NoobTube channel. We got something coming up with Reaper that involves Jeremiah. Who else is in here? Mr. Gauss, welcome. JD, Flying Canuck. I'm here. He said, where's the beauty?
I got a funny feeling JD says, yep, but he'll be back.
Yeah,
You know,
he probably is.
He can't resist his face.
Chuck
He's
it!
like, there she is, there she is.
There's that guy that caused me to break all my stuff. So how's everybody's week went? Hopefully good. I know Ryan got sick yesterday.
What? You didn't tell me that.
He had 100 and I think he said 107.
Are you feeling better, Ryan?
107 degree.
He didn't tell me that either.
Yep. I do what I can. Yeah. But yeah, so me and Russell went out today, hit the park. I finally got the BFF up and running. The one you guys saw me building the NoobTube, it gave me a bunch of problems after that. So that's why you haven't seen no footage of it yet. But man, let me tell you, when you build something this thin, 10 millimeter of build space, as wide as your finger, I don't know if you guys can see that. That is terrible to build in. So I had at first the Dark Max ESC in it. The ESC so far held up. I can't blame really nothing on it, but I put a what was it? First I put the Synergy F4 flight controller in it. So that was one that you kind of solder your VTX to and your receiver and whatnot. That just seemed like everything was good with it until I wanted to put it into beta flight, and then it was like something went loopy with it. So as soon as you add heat to that board, you have to be, and I'm quick on the gun, so. But man, this thing is amazing flying now. I'm running the, believe it or not, the Racer Star. It's the Rev 35 one. It almost looks like the anniversary one, but it's the 35 amp one. Running the Diatone Mamba F7. I don't know if you can see it through there. That Diatone Mamba F7 is legit. And then you all see that little nano VTX there. You can see it more from the bottom. That VTX is the size of my finger right there, my fingernail more or less. But this thing is an ass ripper on 6S with 5-inch props. 6-inch props, it got pretty warm, but they were, what were they, Chuck? 60-42s? So I'm looking for some 60-30s. He said look for, see if that won't do it. But this thing is a beast. Got 2207, 1700 kV motors. I think they're 17. Yeah, 1700 kV motors. Legit. Flynoceros frames are really nice. Lunatics in the house. Love my drones. Welcome. Cardoso Media. Kenny, welcome, brother. Who else I miss? RC Funds in the house. Hey, bro, guy. We'll catch you on the channel. All right, John. Awesome. Hey, Christmas baby. Who's a Christmas baby?
I asked Mr. Gauss when the baby was due.
Oh, Christmas, okay.
And baby Wade is due in December, right before Christmas.
Baby Wade. I hear you. That's going to change everything for you, man. Get him out there flying. Get his little dude to hang out with. We already have a son, right? I'm thinking that's your first. Or was that? No, I think it was your son in the video. Kenny there. When I say Kenny's, there's a big Jenny. What do you mean, Chuck? Too many people? We're just gonna say hi, being all anti-social.
No. Reaper's doing the same thing, and I will admit, if those guys are on phones, and I know Chuck's on the phone, that's a pain in the behind.
It's rolling in it.
Tag.
I understand on the phone. So something just doesn't belong here. This was my fault today. I was totally being a moron with it. You know me when I start flying, and it was towards the end of our packs, and I said, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna be a stripper. I'm gonna go out and do the light pole dance. I was going all around it, right? You know, all around it like that, and then I come up to it and I just like rolled off of it, just real close to it, playing with it, and I smacked it once and it threw me to the ground. And then I told Russell, I said, I'm gonna land on top of it. It's domed. So Wayne in the house, cause FPV. That's who got me this hat, guys. Check this hat out. This hat is nice. Really, really nice. Loving it, Wayne. Loving it, loving it.
Oh, baby Wade will be number 3.
On number 3, well, you ain't wasting no time, bro.
No, he said he has a son and a stepson, both close in age. So
Okay.
Wade will be number 3.
But yeah, so then I was like, I'm gonna land on the light pole, right? So I come in, bonk, and I wanted the effect just to fall off the light pole, you know what I mean? Just have that bonk and just like woo to the ground. So I just didn't arm it, and it come down, and it came right down. When you guys crash, if you hit like here, and if you're coming in like this, even the premium frames I have broken the same exact way. I guess the force comes down like this, and where they put that hole right through the arm, I'm thinking even on the V2s, they still have that flaw right there, which that's where every arm that I've broken so far would break, right at that hole where they put that hole for the weak spot. But dude, this quad is nice. I really like it. So we got some arms coming, found some, and yeah, looks like a tricopter. Like if we try to bend this one around.
Welcome, Jody. And if you're talking about the thumbnail, yes, that is the DJI. It
Jody
is
Aikens, welcome.
the Mavic, which is actually back here. But the one he was just holding up was actually a Flynoceros BFF.
Yes, this is the DJI Mavic Air. I've been having fun with this little guy. I have the Inspire 1 also. So it's kind of cool to kind of have like, is this the smallest? I'm not counting the Spark. I'm saying in the Inspire. Well, this thing, what the Inspire is, this is probably the smallest, right?
Yes, that is their most.
So it's cool to have the smallest, and then, well, not the biggest because they're big ones really, but the Inspire. You know, in the what is it? I'm looking for the hobby class, the hobby thing, because you have to have 107s and all to buy like the mattress and stuff. Night Train, man, I was gonna jump in last night, and then Dan throws the live stream thing up, and I was like, well, she's got to jump in there if he's doing it.
That was a late night. I think we got off stream.
Yeah, we were on for a while.
We were still hanging until what? 11:45. It was sometime after midnight that I finally actually went to bed.
Oh yeah, dude, I love the hat. The hat is beautiful, and that VTX, that's what I got in the BFF. Oh, that thing is nice, man. That I'm telling you, that little nano TBS nano one, and y'all see my antenna on this, right? I have been running dipoles. I don't know, they're just beautiful. Like if you got, like I said, the TBS Nano VTX running this guy, oh man, you can't beat it. It gives you beautiful footage, and I'm talking about flying behind yourself. I don't care where you fly. Like I flew behind myself yesterday and went all the way down to the trees behind me. And I still had great video. I had low battery voltage, so I was coming back in. I didn't have no OSD, so I was flying all off of ear. E-Drone in the house. Eric, what's up, brother? My amigo. Like I actually love it, believe it or not. And I'm gonna tell you why. Like I said, I have the Inspire 1, but to set that thing up, you have to take it out of its case. Explicit. What's up, brother? So Carlos, welcome. So to take that out the case, you have to take it out the case, set it on the ground. You know, it's in this mode at that point. So then you have to put the battery in, turn transmitter on, and then go ahead and raise it up. If you notice, I don't know if you know, the Inspire, it raises up, right? So you got to raise up the center, and then you have to turn everything back off. You don't have to, but I do, just because connecting that gimbal underneath there. I don't want it to arc and mess nothing up. So I have to go ahead and turn it back off, then put the gimbal back on, and then power everything up, then sit there and wait for it to do the little things. But this guy here, I mean, it's as simple as like putting it in your pocket almost. And I'm honestly surprised that I like it and I fly it, because you see what I'm into now. I mean, I am deep into that stuff and love it. So I didn't think I'd do much with this, and I actually have been flying it quite a bit. It's sitting here on the desk because I have some footage of a dam that we filmed when we went to Baltimore. Met RDFPV, met up with him. Not met him. I met him millions of times, but and that's why it's here. So I downloaded the footage off of it. But yes, and if you guys want to know anything about this, I just got it, so I don't know much about it. But E-Drone that's in the lobby, he can tell you every single thing about this Mavic Air, because he is the reason why I got it. Me and Carlos, back from the sky, made some trade for some quads, some race birds for some GPS birds, and that's where I got it from. But Eric knows everything about this thing. The Benefield Bunch, welcome. Did I say it right?
I have to interrupt for a minute because John's going to hurt us up.
Well,
Hi, John. You don't have to do the calisthenics and everything anymore, and you don't have to do that backward dog yoga move, because I think you might hurt yourself on that one, baby.
What's he saying?
He said Crystal never says hi to me anymore, so I'm gonna start doing jumping jacks in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He said, okay, that didn't work. Now he's gonna do the backward dog. I don't want him to hurt himself.
Just look through chat here, catching up. Johnny Flexible, he's gonna hurt something.
I know that. That's why I said, hold up, I have to say hi.
Cool, Jeremy. So you got the starter's car fixed, and she's got it back. So you got your ride back. I know you're happy.
And Eric has met up with a new noob on Facebook. He's in Newark, and he's going to get started in FPV, which means,
nice.
You know, we're going to be meeting him soon.
Cool beans, bro. That's to keep sharing that love. Hey, I take my spare goggles every time I fly, and when someone's interested into it, bam, put them goggles on them. And it's most of them that run into it, they realize, they're like, well, how much money is involved, and and they're like, I don't have that. And I'm like, no, that's the thing. We can get you flying really cheap. All right, Kenny, have a good one. Enjoy your dinner, brother. Yeah, like I said, Axiomatic, welcome.
Ooh, he's wearing goggles in the shower.
Goggles in the shower?
Now the question is,
where's your camera?
Where's the camera?
But yeah, definitely that Mavic Air for the portability, you can't beat it, hands down. I'd say the only thing the Inspire would beat it on would be lifting a payload. Because other than that, this thing is just amazing, the stuff it can do. And like Eric is a 107th holder, and he got his 107s and whatnot, and he runs his thing with a Mavic Air. So that's saying something right there. But chat is rolling tonight.
And Bill says he has a Fimi A3 on the way now too. Can't wait to try the Amway Commanders on it.
Nice. Right, Mike? Just get them on the ride along. Most people, when you get them on that ride along, most of them may have another hobby, so kind of hard for them to switch hobbies, I guess. But some of them are just like, I want in. Like, how do I get in? I haven't had nobody really. Well, I met Wayne at the fair thing, so I really didn't meet Wayne just somewhere and threw goggles on him. But
well, we kind of turned around and Wayne was there.
Yeah, and
Wayne had been watching everything just quietly.
Yeah, that was cool, right? And then all of a sudden he hits me up. Hey, I was the guy in Harrington. Like, yeah. But yeah, it's fun. The hobby is like we're getting back to it. Like I said, we have been staying back for a little bit because of good reasons we had. But now we're going to get back into it and show the support and all that we used to show, and try to catch up. I am part of the FPV NoobTube now. If you guys know, that is Josh, Chuck, me, E-Drone, and T-Bone. That's Joe. You guys know Joe. So we're all grouping together on that, and then getting that rolling and doing the social media things and I do the Chop Shop on there. Eric's coming out with a live stream of his own and doing some things on there. So Josh is going to start back to doing the little things that he used to do on there, what a noob should do, things like that. But yeah, so that's good to look forward into. The Drone Network, I kind of wanted to do that, but at that time I didn't understand, I guess, how I wanted to work, but I'm good with that. So we're going to keep the Drone Network going on. Like I said, we've been hitting or missing a couple Fridays. That's just because last Friday Crystal went to a concert. She's like,
no, that was Saturday.
Well, Saturday.
We had family day together because the whole weekend we were split apart as a family.
She's out acting like a teenager again. So
I was. I literally had like 8 to 10 hours sleep throughout the entire weekend. And guys, just to let you all know, I just dropped the link to Teespring. I have redesigned some of our merchandise.
I didn't say what you.
Check it out. Let me know what you think.
But yeah, it's fun. And I'm starting to. I was like probably a couple weeks ago in like a rut and kind of was not feeling the flying for some reason. I think I just got burned out, and then I had to realize what was holding me back with it and stuff like that. And basically just moving too fast, just, it was kind of like got to slow down a little bit and do this. And now I think I found that second wind that I've been looking for. So,
okay, Jody has a question. I was going to get the DJI Mavic Air combo. Can I use an old phone that has no service? Because where I fly does not have service. Yes,
I'm almost 100% sure, and Eric will confirm yay or nay on that. But I usually, like when I fly the Mavic Air now, I use my iPhone 6, but normally I use a tablet that has no service with it. I think the ones with no service, you don't have the pestering part of update, So when you don't have no service, they can't hit you with that unless you link up around something if you're on Wi-Fi or whatnot. But you should be able to. And I understand that they like Apple products more than Android, but I haven't really felt that yet. Like, yes, the Mavic Air likes, well, Carlos, when he had it, he flew with a Android.
There you go. Newfound Drone Productions is flying the Spark with no service. So, yes, you can.
There you go. So, yep, you can use an old phone.
And Back from the Sky said, yes, you can with the Mavic Air.
Cool beans.
So, there you go. There's 2 flyers that already have experience, and we're experimenting right now.
Yeah.
And learning.
Slowly.
Very slowly, because
you have to put it in airplane mode, Mike.
It's a different thing. No.
That little thing is just, I want to just like go fly the crap out of that thing. She won't let me. I flew when she went home the one day. I'm gonna have to take it out and just steal it and go fly it, I think. But my luck, it'll
Back from the Sky knows about that. He's like, oh, just fly it. Chris is like, no.
Well, I did want to do, because I didn't know nothing. I've seen the Spark in stores, but never actually put my hands on one and, fondled it and all that good stuff. But I wanted to run both of them while Carlos was here because he ran them before, so he knows the setup and all that. And it was a good thing because her phone was like, oh, password. Carlos like, you don't need that stuff.
Nice. This little guy here is so tiny. And no, shoot. So tiny and so portable.
Let me hold it over so you can see it. I got to touch it.
Oh, Lord.
They don't know what a Spark looks like. Most got it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, JDs. Rusty and I went to the concert together, and we had an amazing time.
I'm just glad the Mavic did not come in blue. Carlos, you bought this in the right color.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If this would have came in blue,
you'd have lost that one too.
Just been like, that's mine. I'm like, whoa, slow down here.
But what did I tell you? I don't ask for much, so you can't really say no.
I know, John. And let me be honest. I did the trade. You guys already know, for me to trade, so the trade consisted of 3 race birds and, some other things, but I'm saying for 3 race drones to leave my house, that's like my kids. It's like, no, but Carlos is new into it and he wanted some birds. He didn't I understand, a lot of people, you don't have a lot of money to keep buying and building birds right out the gate. So he wanted to build a little bit of fleet, get together. So I was like, all right, you know what, I'll do it. And Crystal was always hinting around about the Spark. So I was like, yeah, the Spark. And then the Mavic, I was just going to try to put this on our Facebook group.
The Spark.
And try to sell it for him. But then I was like, well, wait a minute, is it the Mavic Air? And once he said Air, I was hooked. Because of Eric E-Drone, dude. Every time we go meet up, he would pop that Mavic Air out with the race birds and be putting epic footage all in with it. And I'm like,
exactly, Night Train. I agree with you. I don't ask for much. And I mean, look at the wall behind you. That's all I'm saying. Now, time out. I have to interject here. Jody says, okay, good. I'm about to order it then. I could never get an answer on YouTube. You just got a new subscriber.
Wow, thank you.
So, Jody, let me welcome you officially to the Drone Network community and family.
It sure
because
did,
that's what this live stream is all about. Everybody that you see in here is an experienced flyer in some aspect, be it toy quads, be it camera birds, be it GPS non-camera, be it race drones. So that's what we like to do. We like to share the knowledge. We all learn together. That's why you will hear us all say we're noobs, because we're always learning. This hobby is continuously progressing. The technology is always going to advance. There's always going to be somebody trying to better somebody else. So it's always going to advance. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask.
No doubt.
And one of the guys in here, if we don't see it, they will make sure that we do see it. And we'll always try to help out. If we don't know the answer, one of us will go looking for it. And you can ask the guys. When I go looking for something, it might take me a couple hours, but I'll usually have you an answer. And if nothing else, I'll shoot you the answer in a message.
And a lot of people, they say, I mean, I do a lot, work on people's drones and whatnot. But when people go, man, that MD kid knows his stuff. See, I do know a good bit, but it's all of us together, because there's times we're in a group and on Messenger, and it's just a handful of us that hang out in there, and anything. I mean, I don't think, not to be cocky or anything, I don't think there's nothing that come across us that we had to take outside of the group to try to find help on, because they are all out there constantly, picking up on things like that. So when something gets brought up about it, they're like, yep, I know exactly what the problem is. You might put your camera in upside down and then your sticks get backwards. I just had to, Chuck.
Hey, look, every single one of us has done something stupid.
I have done that.
With some type of RC. And just like Axiomatic
Thank
RC,
you, Jody. I appreciate it.
He is mainly a ground guy, but
Plummet
started hanging out with us. I guess we kind of were a bad influence, and the next thing you know,
he's got goggles
on
in the shower.
a drone and everything, and coming in bragging about having goggles on in the shower. But you'll hear us pick and play with each other. It's because it's a family. He's trying to get my attention. He's all over the place. He's over here right now. He's messing with his papers and everything.
Scared of heights.
You're scared of heights and you fly a drone. I mean, like I said, anytime.
Just bent the prop.
Just
That's not
ask, bad. And one of the guys will help out.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now, Mike. Charging packs. Wayne and them are coming over tomorrow. Wayne and his family for a little barbecue, and we're gonna, I'm sure, fly.
That's you know that.
In the
flying
field.
Is gonna happen.
I have been just throwing it off the deck, flying it, but.
Stop crying, JDs. You know I still love you, but I have to spend some time with my little one while he still wants to hang out with mom. I know I didn't take you to the concert. I only had 2 tickets, honey, and I didn't think you could make it down here from Canada.
Yeah, Bill, that's a good idea. I forgot all about that. The simulator, yes, that would help you out a lot, Jody, with learning how to handle it all. Believe it or not, this guy and that Spark, they're not
They're
far
so
off.
smooth.
They're really, really, because the GPS, and not only that, the positioning system, the sensors on the bottom. So now if you got like a brown, light brown or carpet or whatever, it'll kind of want to get away from that. Certain colors it doesn't understand, but you can fire this thing up and it'll just hover right here in this room. Like I could hover it right here. I don't want to do that because this room is smaller than it is, and that's when I first started. I would do that. Ripping quads around, everything, plugging them in, screaming in my hand. But yeah, they fly really easy. You'll find out. And if you get the Spark, make sure you get the one with the transmitter, because the phone is okay. The GPS on it locks in. Like, don't get me wrong, it locks in and stays there, but you're limited on your phone as far as the controls, what you can do and whatnot. The transmitter is definitely the way to go. And I know that just from people around me that's gotten the Spark. Like, they didn't get the transmitter right away and they got the phone, and then it's like, hey, how you doing with that Spark? They're like, I don't like it because I'm getting the transmitter next week. So that's definitely do it. But I thought that Mavic Air was cool. You can fly it with like hand gestures and all that. I did do that, Carlos. That was fun. One day at the school I was showing Crystal.
Look. Love my drones, Ed. Okay, talking
good,
about a noob move. Went to fly Mad Dog 1. Couldn't get it to arm. No battery voltage on the OSD. Fix that. Still wouldn't arm. Then he realized he was still on the Moby model. Oops. That's why I said we've all made our own little mistakes that we can sit and laugh about later.
So your Moby then runs what, D8? Because if it's both D16, it should still plug in no matter what model you got on your transmitter. I run Send It. I run all these birds on Send It, the model name, unless I have like a D8 or D16. Well, obviously, if it's D8, I have to switch over and have another name for it. But yeah, other than that, I run one name for most of them. Now, my KISS, I do run the different protocols. So I run Betaflight, KISS, and Flight 1. So I do have them separate out in my channels, because Flight 1, you can set a whole bunch of different switches up and do a bunch of stuff. And then KISS, basically like beta, ARM, whatever. And you can set some switches. But yeah. Other than that, I run one name. That's it. Got them both on D16 Birdman. Yeah, I got Birdman's quad here too. Mike, we gotta get together. I don't have a stack to put in. I wish I did, but I think if you could probably save up your money and pick up a Diatone Mamba 20x20, they're like, what is the Mamba Diatone? I think they're running like $40 now. That would be the thing for that. That thing. Can you get back? I can't move.
Oh, you want to move?
Well, I don't want to turn around and crash your leg with the chair.
Sure. No, that would not be very nice.
This thing here is when quads were first built. Now it still flies just when you sent it to me, Mike. Nothing changed there. Just if you don't want to do that, I'm just saying, if you want this thing up to par with what we're flying now, that would be the thing to do. So guys, check this out. Most of y'all are like, what in the hell is that? Well, this is let me think. I think I'll think of it. The Falcon, I don't know the size of it. It's a 4-inch. We call the 4-inch the bastard class, me and Chuck, because it's really in between. Like, you fly a 3-inch. To me, when I fly a 3-inch, if it flies like a 5-inch, it's golden. And meaning that it's not real floaty when you punch it. It does what you want it to do. The 4-inch that I had, the Japalara, just was weird. Like, it was just the way it flew was kind of, I say wonky, but it was locked in. I tuned it and all that, but it still just felt different. The 4-inch, I don't know. But this thing has a receiver. Obviously, we know what this is, right? Okay, it has opto ESCs on it. We can see right here. You see the wire coming in. You see black and red, right? And then the white and black. Let's go ahead and take this out. I don't want this nut to fall out of here. So, and I could put, I just said that and I dropped one of those camera plates. Oh!
You got it. That's good thing.
But anyway, I got just my old original Wizard cam. I'm gonna go ahead and put in and get rid of this thing for him because it's just terrible. But anyway, Opto ESCs, right? So okay, we got a receiver, we got a VTX right here. This right here is just an OSD board that they put in it. Check that out, right? Here's the flight controller. No bootloader on the flight controller whatsoever. Nowhere's the solder one to or nothing. So then underneath the flight controller, you see the big circuit board under there, right? Well, that's the PDB that ties everything in. Now, what in the world is all of this used for? We know we need a receiver. We know we need a VTX, okay? And we need a camera. This flight controller, this PDB, all that could be scrapped, thrown in the trash, and mount a diatone Mamba right here. Bore some holes. Well, you may not have to bore the holes. Yeah, probably just screw a couple of holes and look underneath the bottom. Dip switches all on it, a couple different places. So probably to just bore a hole in there and make a spot for 20 by 20 diatone Mamba, and I promise you, you would have a bad monster. You guys see this? Check the motors out on it. I'm holding it level. Check the motors out. They're tilted. Okay, they're canted forward. So as soon as you come off the ground, this thing just starts moving, and it's weird to fly. I'll be honest with you. I look like a noob out my front yard. I couldn't even fly it around the yard without crashing 2 or 3 times. I'm gotta be serious. And just little to the ground, low stuff, nothing high. I might think I'm out beating stuff up, but so I can deal with this. Okay, that's a matter of taking this off and then coming up with something on my 3D printing and mounting here, and we'll figure all that out. And this is easy, come off, just put the foam pads with some tape around them. But that's where I think we're at with this mic. And like I said, this is all still nothing hurt. It still goes together. It just, everything tucks back in there nice and neat the way it was when it came here, and it still flies. But that's what I would do with it.
It farts dust.
It does fart dust, dude. This thing would definitely fart dust. And here's the thing about the stuff, right? So it runs Clean Flight. It runs a very, very, very old version of Clean Flight. Vampire, welcome, brother. I saw your text, man. I wish I could. We're actually having a barbecue tomorrow. Other than that, I probably would be there, no doubt. And see the sides come off. So it's just so, like the frame and all design. I like the way the frame is set up more or less. So this, bless you. So this will show you guys more of the board. I mean, why? You know? But this goes to show you, back when quads come out, when they first come out, this is one of the first. So this is what we all started out with, guys. So imagine if we had to do all of this shit now to fly. Holy crap. You guys cuss now, you have no idea. And the thing is, here's where I'm at too. You hit hard enough, you're going to crack something on that board. I mean, you can see that big, long circuit board running through there. And then you're going to have issues. You know, you're going to have something going stupid or whatever. But the motors seem to be nice. They're nothing, you know, crazy, but they're nice and smooth. Seem like really smooth bearings in them. Good ESCs. Like I said, you got the receiver. You got the VTX. I could wire that to make use of that. This one? No, it's not an SP Racing F3. I thought that, because if it was that, I could flash it over to Betaflight, and we would go ahead and use this system. That's what the whole idea I was going to do for Mike Birdman, is flash it over. But why do they run the ESCs? Look, so to run the ESC here, they plug into the board here, right? And then come out of the board underneath here, and then go up into the flight controller with the board, the band right here. There is so much like going around your elbow to get to your asshole in this thing. It's unbelievable. But that's how things start, you know. So it goes to show you how tech has changed on these quads.
That's what I said. Technology is always advancing.
And it's crazy, you know. Really, really cool that we don't have to deal with this stuff no more. Because I used to run a Walkera Runner 250, and it was the same way. It had Sidewinder FPV, welcome, and it had Baduga, welcome, and it had the board in there like that, and that thing was so wonky. You can't do nothing to it as far as tuning or anything. So, Mike, that's my suggestion. I would say a Diatone Mamba 20x20, and anybody's got one laying around, they might want to donate to Birdman 316. That would be awesome.
That's a NOS inside there. Is
Yeah.
that a possibility that remains in?
Yes, that does look more of the NAS flight controller, the NASA, or NAS, or NAS, whatever they call it, not the NASA, because NASA is what's in the DJI and stuff. But yeah, that does look more of like the NAS or NAS 32, whatever they call it.
Said, I want to see that on Chop Shop, Chris.
I know, Chuck, this would be good for the Chop Shop, bro. Maybe I just got done helping some people. I would say maybe we could help Mike get one of these, but I just can't get involved right now because I'm broke as hell. But they're $40 for the stack, and I would do all the work. So if someone wants to throw a stack up, help Birdman 316 out, and I will do I'm definitely gonna do it on the Chop Shop. This is legit. This will show, because you know how many quads are sitting around out there like this, and people's probably got their chance to get a hands on it, and just like, man, I'm not messing with that thing. Man, let's do a transplant and let's bring this thing to 2019 standards.
Is that going to be a Franken quad?
No, it'll actually
transplant?
Be. Well, you can call it a Frank quad, but it'll be, I guarantee you, one smooth joker at that point. I might have to tell Mike, man, I don't know, I might want to keep it after I.
I'll ship it to you, babe.
Yeah, you mean a Link vampire? Laden scientist, welcome. So yeah, and another reason why I'm saying that is because Mike is on a budget. I know this, but yeah, so I know it took him like, not to put his business out there, but it took him like almost a month to send me the quad just so I can try to get it up to par for him. And then it turns out being that, I'm like, we catch up on chat here. See who I missed, who I didn't.
Oh, chat, it's rolling.
I know, you guys are awesome. We got 17 watching. That's cool.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
But yeah, it's cool. But yeah, so yeah, I saw somebody say, "Yeah, she died." Can you drop?
Yeah, JD's was asking if
Can you find a link to that Diatone Mamba and drop it for Vampire in here real quick? Is it a link to hook up or something? Race day probably.
I was trying to think.
Which one. Here it works. Either one works. Just price them out. Open Pilot, Libre Pilot. Lee, I did get to work with Libre Pilot. Baduga helped me through it, thank God, because I was lost with that thing. And that's why I tell you guys, it's everybody here together. We're all knowledgeable. It's not just one person. And that was terrible. No, nothing to worry about, Jim, because I know you're trading out for a Mamba. Yeah, the F4 20x20 Diatone. Yes. Should be like $37. Yep.
Well, I mean, they've got everything from an F7 all the way down.
But anyway.
Huh?
No, you'll confuse me. Never mind. I'll tell you later. I was saying. You can't, Lewis. I looked for a way of bootloading it, and it won't do it. It's like, trust me, when you flip that flight controller over, craziness underneath of that thing. They have plugs going in every which little direction on there. It's almost like they took everything and cleaned it off and put like the JST connectors all on there. It's old, trust me. And I know if a CC3D could be run on beta, that thing probably could, but it's not worth it. And all the big boards in it and all that thing, it's got dip switches on it and stuff. Nah. It's not something I would even be wanting to try to tear into and dig into, because it's just a project at that point. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure someone could put beta on there. But we need to bring it to the 2019. Look, you guys are already throwing stuff together. You guys are awesome. Well, there's a link that Crystal just dropped for Pyro drones. It's $37.99. And you guys are epic if you guys get together and send one here, which I know you guys are awesome. Mike will owe you forever. But if it's a stacked, I'll everything else I'll make happen. Like, I don't care. I'll you know, put the camera in it and stuff like that. And if the BTX is far gone, I got one here, one of the Chinese ones I'll throw in there.
Well, I just inherited some money towards that.
Plum and Ed was in there putting stuff together. I just told you that.
Yeah, well, I just got a message. That's what I said. What the?
Yo, baller on the budget. Look, we got 17 people in here. $1. That's $17. Listen to me trying to be a hustler. Now, y'all know me. I just try to help people out when they're down and out. And I did just like, honestly, send stuff out of help for helping someone and just down and out right now. But other than that, I would have just, you wouldn't even heard about it. Just would have popped on the chop shop. Look at this, guys. We're going to take it from the old to the new. Dude, if you get this Mamba, this thing will be, you won't even, you have no idea how smooth the thing will be. It's amazing stack. Them things are really, really cool. And for the price, you can't beat them. If you get tied up in the F7 ones, yeah, they're expensive, but it is, you know, that's the way it is. Have you tried to put it no, Mike. It's the I was happy to see Opto ESCs on it. Instead of Shamunks or Simon K, I call them Shamunks, but yeah, I was real happy to see that. I was like, why did they do that? But actually, the Diatone's going to take out the ESCs, so that doesn't even matter because that's an all-in-one. So, Mike, you'll have 4 ESCs coming back with it, and everything I take out of it, Birdman, I'll send back to you. Aaron, no need for me to keep it, and I won't destroy it, just throw it away, you know, because you might find someone down the road later on that may be down and out, and they need those parts to fly. So now these are actually Optos, though, Mike. If you look at them, I mean, taking the fact that the Optos, because the Simon K's would have the Beck on it and all that. If you look on here, well, there's a blue wire. No, that's the LEDs. Never mind. So you see right here, Mike. This blue, these are the LEDs. This thing's got LEDs all over it. You were probably end up knocking all that off, Birdman, in the crash. But yeah, it's got and
it may not crash.
And LEDs are in here too, I think, because it's got wires that run down the arm and run under the ESC, and down here it looks like little pods or something. But yeah, Opto ESCs, I was really shocked. Now what they are, I have no idea. 20 or 30. I probably would get 20 amps if I had to. Okay, you want me to just keep them? I'll throw them in the box, write something on the box to remind me what it is. And
he said, hey, bro, make her a streamer for what she is on 3S, if you will, just like your tunes.
Hey, 3S, she going to run 4 with that Mamba. She going to be bad. Trust me. Yes, Baduga, I do believe that's the Eachine Falcon. He got it from Dronography, Oliver. They did some trading and stuff. Nice little quad, I mean, no doubt. But the way that receiver runs through that board and everything, it is terrible. Let me just say, when you move the stick, you go like this with the stick, then the drone goes like this. It was terrible, man. The lag.
It's like the YouTube lag.
The lag was crazy. I'm going through my yard right now, like, I go move it like this, and I'm like, it didn't move. Then all of a sudden it just goes. I was like, oh wow. It's like, no way. And it's just the way it all goes through that board and has to, you know, travel through all that stuff to get back up to the point of the flight controller, you know. They should have Eachine firmware on them. I'm not sure. You could probably look up the specs on it. It might read out what it is. I'm not sure on that part. No, let me look on it. It might say. To be honest, I never looked for a name when it just got this far to it. I was just like, no. And actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and pull this flight controller real quick. Show you guys. You guys are gonna be like, what in the hell do they have on that thing? It'll take me a few minutes just to pop it off here.
Lucas, are you sure that's not a CC3D on there?
It doesn't look like one in my eyes. It looks more of the Nas. But like a weird Nas. It's got 8 channels. It definitely marked 8 channels on it. I can see the channel on it. And it does say 32 on this side, so it could be the Nas 32. But it's the way they've done this thing. I'm going to plug it. So I can get it where you guys can see it.
Give him a project, and this is what he does. The Mod Father, Dr. Drone, whatever you want to call him, is at it again.
All I'm seeing is a 32 on it. 32 on it. I'm not seeing nothing as far as that, but oh my God, guys, look at this. What in the hell? See how they soldered onto here? See these pieces here? To solder onto this. There's the board. It does look more of the Nas. I have a Nas 32 board, one that don't work, so I kind of looked at it. It kind of does resemble it. Kind of get the focus there for you guys. But nowhere's on there do you see a bootloader, because those 2 little things that you see side by side that you would think is a bootloader, it says TX or RX rather. That's where somewhere down the line this is running to. But yeah.
Follow the wires.
What in the world is that, MD? That is called history. It is a Nas. Then I'm still thinking if it had the 32 in it, but it's, oh boy, Mike, got you something here, bro. I don't even think I've seen GPS drones with less stuff in them. But we'll get it straightened out anyway. This thing, oh, we get that Mamba in it. Oh, hands down, she's gonna be a monster. You have a nice little ride there. Because the framing all seems nice on it, to be honest with you. Yeah, it moves a little bit, but you know, it doesn't have its top plate and all onto it. And the way it's got like it's kind of like, what do they call it? A drop deck. I got one over here. I can't even think. It's kind of like a drop deck frame. Kind of comes up, you know, steps up, and then this is where your camera and all goes up here and stuff.
Nah, Birdman, it's not a cluster. It's a learning experience, babe.
Oh, you working on one?
I'm sure you will, Tim. I'm sure when summer is over at
that's right.
See, gotta make it.
I was trying to think the whole time his name. I was like,
I know. I saw those wheels turning. It was like, nah.
Right,
but
Chuck.
Summer will slow down. Time will slow down again, and we'll be stuck inside. So, time to get to working on the wood.
And that's
projects.
So I got some things that normally that's what I do when it gets cold. And you can't go outside and do things. Start tinkering with stuff and fixing everything. And so I'm trying to get all this my fleet just to make me through till it slows down a little bit, and then fix stuff. Which I say that, and I'm just lazy. I can fix it anytime. But Wakey RC in the house. Welcome, homie Paul.
Yeah, he's putting out the Interpol alert. He found us.
Uh-oh. you find us? But yeah, that thing there, man, is just, that goes to show you what they come from. Because now we use, well, I guarantee this thing, I probably don't have near as much wire as in that, what is in there. You know, we got our flight controller, our PDB, our ESCs, and that's it now. And run pretty much, I don't think no one's running. I did have an old, we called it old school. Actually, Sinister's got it. That has a CC3D flight controller into it. It has Simon K, ESCs. It is crazy, crazy, crazy.
He said you're fleet. Who the hell do you think you are, Jean-Luc?
Right, homie? My fleet, man. That's my fleet. Thomas Gertis, what's up?
Jim must have finally found his charger.
Why?
He's been looking for his phone charger.
Jim is always losing his phone charger. Losing it, man. Losing it.
It happens with age. And I can say that because I'm older than you are.
Who?
Jim.
Oh, say not me. It'd be nice if you were.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
actually,
not.
you are older.
No, I am not older than you.
I'm like 30.
Yeah, I'm glad I got my feet up.
This thing's been fun to fly. D-Quad Obsession. And you can see this bad boy. He has some work. This looks like one of Night Train's rigs. Rode hard. Put away wet. I always get on Mike about his rigs are all dirty. Look, Mike, look at all that nuts. Oh, Mike, look. Oh, that nastiness up in there.
The goodness is I have a frame for all that vintage stuff. It's yours if you want it, Chris. Old school build.
Oh no, Lewis. Trust me. I need to get you the electronics then let you do that. I'll pass. I remember when I'd take a good challenge like that. Like, okay. Yep. No, not with that stuff. I'm done with it.
He wishes he was 30. You all know that.
Mike's rigs are all clean now. What? Gotten into you, Night Train. Oh, wait a minute, because you go live now. You have to have them clean. Yeah, right. But this thing, yeah. So this is a full-blown racer setup, like the rates and everything. Like, so Ryan didn't like it because when it rolled, I don't know if you guys ever flown a race rig and tried to roll it. It's like, ooh, and then over. It's like real slow. I wish I was. Yeah, right, Thomas. Me too, brother. But yeah, I got some video issues on it. But you can see they got the BTX just shoved underneath the frame there, or underneath the stack. I can probably get it out here. Let me see. I can wiggle it out of there. See, yeah. I got it. See that right there? Not that they have much room to put it, but I'll have to figure out something better for that. I may go ahead and use this as a race rig. Chuck said he wouldn't suggest freestyling it because you will bend these all up. So, yeah.
JD's is asking your opinion on that.
That is the 3-inch. That is a monster, JD, and I can shoot you a link for that. The 3-inch diatone, yes, dude. That if you remember. Oh, is that? The Eachine diatone. Did she say Eachine diatone?
Do you seriously need me to spell it out? Eachine and diatone. ER349 3-inch FPV racing RC drone PNP run cam micro swift 25 amp 800 milliwatt VTX. Do I need to keep going?
I'm surprised. I didn't know that they were teamed up on that. Whoa. Eachine's getting it in. Because those little diatones are nice. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt at all. And that's what I want to mention also. If you guys have seen me pushing the Banggood like sale thing on my videos, like an intro type thing. That's because I am affiliate member with Banggoods now. So it helps. It really does to have some things coming back to the channel. I got one review in, which is the Eachine trash can. That thing I've been having fun with. And now I got something else coming that's going to be cool. And I want to do them as giveaways. Like the trash can, I'm up in the air about. I'm not sure, but the next one I am already committed to doing it. And it's going to be cool. It's going to be something that I think a lot of people are going to be interested in. So, people say that. Huh? Oh, actually, Crystal just dropped my affiliate link. And the thing is, if you guys want to support the channel and whatever I'm like reviewing, you can just click that link. And let's say if I'm reviewing, let's say the trash can, I went ahead and review that already. But you click on it and you read the specs or something just doesn't catch you, you know, and you're just like, well, let's see what else they got. You can use that link, then go into the search bar and search, and I'll still get the commission. And it's not much. You don't get rich off of it. I'm gonna be honest with you. You make a couple bucks on, say, like $100 sale or so. So, you know, but I drop affiliate links.
Henry Paul said, sell out.
Well, y'all know I used to say that I do everything on my channel out of pocket, and we did. Like, we've done it for a while, and I still do, and I still help people, you know, and stuff like that. This just helps. I think I can. This
may eventually help replace some drone parts that Chris seriously needs. That will be a little easier.
I'm not really going after parts because, like I said, I want to use it to do it as giveaways. That's the whole point here.
Parts. Giveaways
try to revive
to help the channel.
The channel, right? That's the whole point of it here. I'm not trying to. I don't want to get caught up and keep a bunch of stuff. Because I'm not trying to do that no more. I'm past all that toy grade stuff. I will pick them at times, so you'll be surprised at times. You're like, what is he doing this for?
Why would they be surprised? You've been the drone guy of everything.
Thank you, Tim.
From toy grades all the way up. So
you need to change that intro. Which intro I need to change? I'm going to be doing some of the more Drone Network intros. I haven't been putting the ones I got out there because Neil is in them, and I'm just not representing that no more. So I used to edit it out, but sometimes it would just get caught in there, and I'm just going to go ahead and redo them. We got some Teespring. We went ahead and redid all the shirts. Now that we're sure that we're going to keep the network rolling, you know, went ahead and did that. But yeah, because we're a team. That's why. So yeah, you know, and just trying to get everything revamped and getting out there. We actually lowered the prices even more on the shirts. They wouldn't let us do it before. They hit us at like a line and said, here's where you have to stay or nothing. But now they let you roll it back even further. So we're making like $2 on a t-shirt, I think it was, to get it as cheap as possible. Mars, good day, brother.
And all that always is going right back.
Yes, there's
to help you all.
$39 in there right now, and that will go back to the channel for something.
Always does.
You'd be surprised, John, making your own stuff. Teespring, check it out, dude. They work real well. I suggest if you do Teespring and you want to get a couple for yourself first, don't engage it as far as selling them.
No, just design and buy.
Just design and buy for yourself first. Way cheaper. And then throw it out there. We're going to be having, like I said, the NoobTube stuff. We're putting things together. Like we're coming. We say by, not that the NoobTube ain't strong now, but by after the new year, we should be rolling like the channel always should be. Like Chuck said it.
Time out, Chuckle.
What?
Make sure you check out that Teespring link, baby doll. Our shirts go all the way up to a 4X
tall.
X tall.
What?
I told you I'd take care of you. So,
well, hey, don't get outside
wide variety of sizes, anything from a small all the way to, I think it's a 5XL and a 4 extra large tall. So, wide variety, does ship internationally.
JD's, yes, that is a great quad, believe it or not. I have that. If you remember, everyone was boasting about that being the fastest 3-inch quad out there. that Diatone, the 349. I just had no idea the Eachine was behind it. I didn't know that they were involved with Diatone with it. You guys know I've taken a liking to Diatones when it comes to the Mambas, the 30 by 30 stacks and the 20 by 20s.
Don't back up.
They are it for me. I love using them. That's what I use now. So as far as their quads, I don't have any of their quads because you guys know where my brain goes. If I can build it, I'm going to build it. But their price for them are very reasonable. I do have to admit. Ryan has the 249, which is the 2-inch or 2.5 inch, something like that. And that thing, I did try to compare and try to build what he bought, and I couldn't come close. I was coming in like $50 difference. So that's a good difference. All right, Tim, we appreciate you stopping in. Have a good one, man, and hopefully you get to work on that drone and get her up in the air.
Accurate swiping jujubes.
He's swiping jujubes. Hey, JDs, if you need a link, I can drop you a link on that one. And I can look through and see if I got any coupons too, believe it or not. I'm a salesman now, guys. You gotta give it to me. I gotta try, okay? Like when I'm posting the links and stuff, I do that because I want Banggood to see that I am doing my part and just trying to, get it out there. I have to get the app on my phone so I can do it on like Instagram and stuff like that. But if I ever annoy anybody with it, please just say, "Hey, man, you're pushing it too much. Just slow down a little bit." Like I'm not into that, and I would really do that. I would respect you and do that. Smell that Puda. Sell out. Listen to you, homie. Man, I tell you what. Before you made, I'm talking cents, and you not cents as in good sense or something. Cents as in selling stuff and all that, the affiliate thing, and I just couldn't. I didn't understand it, to be honest with you, before. But now, just like it came, the opportunity came. I gotta thank eDrone because that's who helped me out with that, and I took it, man. It was definitely worth, getting into. So I'm a sellout. I'm a salesman, but I still love you guys. I'll never mislead you guys wrong. If it's junk, I'm going to tell you guys it's junk. I'm not going to get you guys, to buy something that's just not worth it, if you get what I'm saying. And I've had some good things come up. Actually, quite a few of y'all has shared some good things with me, and I pushed a link and shared, and people really gotten into. So that's really cool. Right, Vampire, and that's what it is, just to come back. They're just busting my balls, but they, yeah, it's good, to get into. And if you guys get a chance to do it. And what it is, they basically ask when you get the product, do the review. My rep, she gave me my first item and instantly said, "Here, pick what you want on my second one." And I didn't go balls deep, like, "Oh, I'm gonna get that $150 quad." I picked something that was very reasonable and affordable for you guys. And I'm not just saying that to be mean or trying to get you to buy something, but that's how I think. I think, well, if someone was reviewing that, I would like that, but that price, everything comes in around the $100 range. And for a lot of people, I know for me to come up with a $20 part at times is tough. So $100 is a lot. So I try to get a little bit around the $50, $60 area. So I try to. Dr. Drone, welcome. You don't think Chris, I saw you? You don't think I like Tiny Whoop? I actually, no, I got rid of my Tiny Whoop. Trying to think I got one over there. Man, that trash can, I'm telling you. I made a noob mistake. So if you watch everybody's reviews, they say, first thing you do is tighten up them motor screws. I'm thinking a new quad, whoop at that. No, start getting real bad jello. I punch up over a pavilion, choo, whoop, 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 motor come off. So I soldered one of them little tiny stator wires back on, believe it or not. And ever since then, I've been having so much fun with it. I got it tuned in. I've been out here messing with the tune a little bit with it, and just running it like a 5-inch, having so much fun going through the trees and cruising up and down them. He sent me the cookies. Yeah, you should be able to microwave it, shouldn't you? That bucket you sent them those cookies in, Chuck. You should be able to microwave it.
Yes.
Yeah, she said you can. Throw it in there.
Dude, I multitask.
All right,
And the one I sent Adam, you can microwave too, babe.
And John says he would just trash it till he broke it. I hear you, vampire. Well, that's what I don't want to do. I want to try to, when I do it, like I said, this next thing coming up is committed to give away. I don't care if I fly and it's like, oh my God, I love it. I'll buy one. I'm still giving it away. Because like I said, that's what it's about. You know, it's not about trying to build product here. I'm just trying to help the channel out. And I feel like that's a good way of doing it. I'm honest with them. They seem to be honest so far with me. And that's how it should go. I told my rep when I got a product in, I would have it up on my channel within 2 days. That's because I do have the time. And it's not just, you know, shoving it through. The trash can, I lucked out on because I had Chuckits here for a while. And I got to tinker with that thing and realize that this thing is a little beast. And he had a whole bunch of mods done to his and stuff. Other than that, it's about the same. The antenna he had, you could get further out, but you guys can see I go all the way across the street with that trash can where I fly. But with Chuck's, I could have gotten that field. Is it possible to change the flight control? Yeah, Carlos, we could probably swap that out. You know what I'm gonna tell you to put in? A Mamba 30 by 30. that freaking Lumineer Alpha flight controller that thing is definitely what's made for racing. So you gotta understand us out here freestyling with it. And I know people say that you can tune that all out. This thing just, Carlos will tell you, it flips. It's quickly when it flips. I don't care how you adjust it, it still flips quickly. Or how you tune it or whatnot. Kaz in the house, welcome. I got chat scrolled up, I'm sorry. Let's see, who else? I've been blabbing on. But yeah, like I said, it's getting fun again.
Sounds like several people are advancing some of the hobby. Mars has been chosen as a beta tester for newbie drones.
I remember he said that.
Let the cat out of the bag now. Doesn't that feel good? You don't have to can't say anything, man.
Right.
And poor Kaz, she's probably been like, God, please let him just go ahead and tell everybody.
Well, he told us, hinted around to us, what, about 3 weeks ago, I think it was. So that's cool, brother. It's definitely there for you. That's awesome. And it's like I said, guys, if you ever get the opportunity to do it, to review, I know the Amazon review people do that.
I know that feeling, Kaz. Being so proud of our men where they are now. You know, it's like
we're gonna get beat up for this, Mars. They want something. But no, it is fun, definitely. Like I said, to be part of the Banggood thing. And like I said, anytime you guys, if I'm pushing links and you guys don't want me to do it, if you guys own a group on Facebook and if I share a link, please tell me if I overstep because I don't want to do that, you know. But yeah, Skipper Drones, welcome.
Carlos,
ain't seen you around in a while, bro. You good? Carlos not feeling love. I'll call you, brother. I promise. I was me and Russell went out today and flown. So when he said he wanted to go flying with me, I was done.
Level 1 Bob, welcome,
Level 1
dear.
Bob, welcome. Everybody's stopping in tonight. Wow, you guys are awesome.
Well, that's what happens when we go on an hour later than what we normally do.
Dr. Drone says, my Mamba keep blinking red, white, and green. What does that mean? When I plug mine in, do you have the, I'm taking you have the F7 one? Well, I think they all do the little LEDs to confirm? Is the quad not arming or something, or is it acting different for you? John, RC Funds.
Vampire, you weren't supposed to say that.
RC Funds 20x20 recommendation, Diatone Mamba stack. You guys will always hear me say that, and I'm sorry if it just always comes out as Diatone Mamba, but I have been running them stacks, and they have been bulletproof. I can't complain. Honestly, I don't think I have no 20x20 stack on any of my quads right now. As far as Mamba, I got rid of the ones that I did have on with them, but I do run the 30x30 Mamba, and I run on this guy. And everyone, not everyone, but most in here will tell you, I run 6S on the Diatone Mamba MK2. You guys know, yes, it's a little dirty, so forgive that. Let me get these straps off and I'll show you. You guys ever get a hold of these Ethic straps, get you some of these. The Velcro on this stuff, and I usually don't boast nothing about Ethics. Nothing that I don't like them or anything, just don't go that route. But the Velcro on these things, sometimes I have to put my foot on the quad and try to peel the damn thing off. It does not want to come off, and that's a good thing.
Dr. Drone said it's only blinking.
See that right there? It's only blinking. Which one do you have? It flies well, it's just blinking. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's what I was asking. Because that's just your indicator lights. That's all that is. So that's I can't remember the order that they are, but that's like one of them is like your ESC, then the flight control. It's kind of like a status light if you think about it that way. So that's showing you that all systems go, everything's good. Yeah, I thought that's what you were talking about, but I wasn't sure, so I wanted to make sure if it was acting strange for you. But yeah, the blinking lights are all good. All my Diatones do that. But this guy here, as you can see, I'm running the MK2. Look how flat that ESC is right there. I run 6S on this guy, and I am not easy on this thing. But let me show you what I do to hopefully not catch fire. I run capacitors, and I run 2 of them on this guy. I put a 1,000 microfarad here, and I put a 1,000 microfarad here. If you guys have not messed with 6S yet, I don't want to scare you until you don't do it. Do it. Catch your shit on fire because it's the best feeling in the world. Now that that's over with, it's fun. It's a lot more efficiency. Don't think of it as it's too much that you can handle, because these quads, the more power you put in these things, the more control they get. Now that being said, you do want to kind of take your throttle and scale it back at like 90%, knock the top off of it, and then scale it. So you still have the full deflection or what there, but you're just not at the top. Because at the top, you really ain't doing nothing. All that is kind of right, what would you say, Chuck? Bottom to little outside of half, maybe. But it is definitely fun to run with, but you have to be careful with it. You're talking when we're running 4S on these quads, we're running, when you're fully charged LiPo, 16.8 volts. 6S, you're running 25 volts. Well, 25 point something volts through this thing. It's serious. I mean, it's when you hook up, you hear that thing. You could weld with it with the plugging in.
Eli, don't beat up Daddy so much. Night, Wayne.
You're welcome, Dr. Drone. Ain't no problem. Like I said, mine blinks too, brother. Anything different, I would tell you. Night, Wayne. Get him, Eli. Get him. Put him in a chokehold. See you tomorrow, Wayne. And then this guy here, I removed these straps here too to show you guys more of the innards. But this BFF frame, I was beginning to wonder at first, was this a cursed frame? It just would not go right for me. So this guy has, and this guy has almost been on fire. Smoke, but no fire. Thank God. Thank God, guys. But this guy has a 2200 microfarad capacitor. Now, I know that looks big for the XT60, but this has a board in here that actually connects everything. You can pick these up. This is not because I'm part of Banggood, I promise. E-Drone hooked me up with this, but you can pick these up off of Banggoods, and it comes with the cap, the heat shrink, the XT60, and the board to connect everything, and 20 gauge wire. I used 14 on this just to go a little safer. All for like $1 something. You can't beat that for if you want to run 6S. I know a lot of people say no cap life, but you run 6S with no caps, your balls are to your ankles. I'm just saying that because I'm praying that this thing takes that energy, you know. And the plug-in, it really does. Actually, with the 2200, and then right in here, you guys know that comes with the Mamba. If you order just the flight controller, the F7, it comes with that little aluminum cap. That's what I have in here running from the power back to my flight controller because I didn't want to run it through that little connector that you run your ESCs through, just that kind of volts running through that little thin wire. I thought, nah, so I ran some 20 gauge wire back to it and then put that cap in between it. And when I plug in, the energy is just like, this one doesn't arc or pop as bad as my other two do.
Now I understand why Chuck walks funny. He said, yep, mine keep dragging on the ground.
Exactly. And when I first saw Joe run 6S, I was like, man, 6S? He's like, no. Fire. Stay away. I'm like, hang my head, walk away, right? I meet Chuck, totally different, opposites of everything. Catch it on fire. It will burn. It kind of takes the frightness away from you. You're just like, let's do it. But I have learned that if you tame your throttle, if you fly with a wild throttle, 6S is gonna get you in bad trouble. If you fly and you have throttle control, you're good to go with it. You're not even gonna feel much different. You're actually gonna probably feel better and more in control, to be honest with you, because it just seems like it. 6S, the more you go, add power to these things, seems like the better they get. I mean, can anyone else speak on that? Am I telling the truth? So if you fly, say the Whoops, Mars, for instance, you fly the Whoops a lot, right, bro? Wait till you start stepping up into the, different ones, and you're gonna see what I'm saying. The efficiency of it. They're good for getting your stick, your muscle memory, your FPV. Because they move quick, those Whoops and stuff like that. All that stuff works together when you get into these guys, and then you just pick this up and just boss it so much. That's what's cool about it. Like 4S is fun, but I run 4S and 6S packs. I have to run my 4S packs first and then 6S after, because I run 6S before, then the 4S just doesn't feel right. It just feels like a dog. Way more responsive on 6S, yes. And you know what the major thing is there? And like I said, Chuck's been helping me understand 6S a lot. And he has made me understand a lot. You don't have that sag there. So you guys remember, or when you fly your 4S, when you get say down into the 14.8 kind of, and depending on what pack you got, you might pick it up at the 15.3 storage, but you see that sag and you feel that sag. Unless you got more or less your motors, the right props, pretty decent tune. You don't have to have it tuned, but a pretty decent tune. You're not going to really see the sag as much. But if you're running balls to the wall, like I used to run, that sag is just there waving its hand like a deer running in the road, But with the 6S, you don't have that sag. Like you can come down to the ground. I mean, you can really come to the ground and dive it, like almost lick the grass and come back up. And it's just like that quick. It's just the whole maneuverability of the quad is just crazy. Now the punch, you definitely want to be careful with that punch. When they say throttle out when in doubt, no, you're gonna lose this. This is gonna be somewhere on Jupiter in between Mars.
And like Chuck says, no sag, just falls out of the sky when done.
Yeah.
Quickly.
It does, and it definitely does that. I ran yesterday without OSD, Chuck, and I was coming back. I think it was 19 volts. It just, and ain't that something? So it goes to show you that when you look at, say, like this battery here, you see a smart battery that calculates and stuff like that. Our batteries that you see with these, they're just a strap-on raw dog pack, right? But them things, no. Them things have a brain. Like, no, you're not driving me down to 1 volt. Because, like I said, 19 volts, that thing fell out. Was it 4S will go like 9? Don't ask me how I know this. When I started playing with camera angles, I started everything. I learned how to manage the battery at that point. Let me tell you, I learned that. So what if I fly without LSD or whatever? I do this. You know what I mean? If this quad don't move as fast as what that stick's going up and down, if it's kind of like, that tells me to bring it in. That it's done. It's over with. It can't give you no more. The ride's over with. Get off. Get back in line. All right, it's 9:09. I've been talking, so Crystal's probably ready to do news, aren't you?
Huh? What?
You have news?
Yes, of course I have news.
Okay. Well, then everybody likes the news. So if you didn't have the news, we probably have people rallying up in here, like, whoa. But yeah, get on 6S if you guys ain't. It's fun. Just if you break your stuff, don't blame me. Blame Chuck because he got me on it, and I've told you about it. But no, it's fun. I was seriously, and I still am when I build one. I got to be honest. I don't like plugging 6S in on the first plug-in. I can tell you that. Russell takes care of that for me. He's like, "What's the big deal?" Just like,
including the day that he smoked one.
Yeah, I gave him one to plug in one time, and this is when I was getting a lot of the parts from Cross Seas and stuff. The VT or the ESCs actually come from Amazon. It was missed mark. So I wire everything up, solder up, happy. I'm like, at that time I was just being a dick because I wasn't worried about plugging a 4S in. I'll just right. I was like, here, plug this in for me, Russell, and he's like, oh yeah. He plugs that thing in, dude. You start seeing that thing go and start smoking. He's like, why would you do that? And I'm like, I did not know it was going to do that. I swear. I said, because I wired it up and went over it like 3 times. I was like, I did not think it was going to do that. I promise. And it was because it was all backwards. Dude, no, the 4S mic, if you do this. So, and this is any power, guys. How you got I'll do it like this because it goes together better. So here's your quad, here's your battery, right? Don't do this. I guarantee you don't want to do this. And then rock it in. I did that one day here. Remember that? That thing went boom and smoked the whole house up. We're like,
I told you guys, I wasn't kidding when I say we also have done some of the
I just burnt my quad up by plugging
mistakes.
it in. No, because I rocked it. Bang. So go straight in with those things. Because I'm with you, Mike. Sometimes I plug this, I'm like, oh, because that crack scares you, man. Electricity will definitely always remind you.
Ed knows about that electricity.
Well, I'm going to let Crystal do some news, and then maybe I'll come back. She lets me back. Yeah.
That'll be up to them.
Huh?
I'll leave that up to a vote.
Oh, they're going to always want it back.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, pop.
Crackle. Snap, crackle, and pop. We're not talking about Rice Krispies.
No, this is far beyond Rice Krispies.
Right? All right, guys. In drone news tonight, drones have saved 450 baby deer from harvest in Switzerland. The life-saving potential of drones has been proven in plenty of successful search and rescue missions around the world, from Iceland to Australia. The technology is now being used to save animals as well. In eastern Switzerland, drones with thermal imaging cameras were able to spot and rescue 450 newborn deer playing in a high-stakes game of hide-and-seek in the meadows and pastures due to be harvested. Throughout the season across this area, around 1,100 missions saved 450 fawns from pre-harvest inspections using drones and thermal cameras. The fawns tended to lower themselves to the ground when a mower approaches, giving farmers little chance to spot them in time. The drones were brought in as part of a wider campaign to protect the animals during their harvest time. In other news, guys, I'm going to give you a heads up now. In the very near future, we're going to be seeing a lot about drones in the news, and I can almost bet you it's not going to be good. So, I'm giving you a heads up on what these fools are actually thinking and planning, and how it may actually affect us. Activists are planning to exploit London Heathrow safety loophole with a drone disruption. Environmental activists in the UK are planning drone disruption at London Heathrow Airport on September 13th. So if you're planning on traveling, don't go near there on the 13th or right after, because they've not given an end date. The group, called Pause Heathrow, is a separate but related offshoot of Extinction Rebellion, an environmental pressure group that has taken a direct action across the UK. Pause Heathrow refers to plans to expand what is already one of the busiest airports. The announced action follows previous plans that were called off by the Extinction Rebellion in June. Pause Heathrow? How about with 100 drones under head height? But this action is not quite as direct as it seems. Instead of flying drones above the airport to recreate the chaos that has already stranded thousands of passengers and caused hundreds of flights to be canceled, remember right before Christmas? Pause Heathrow has planned to exploit an overzealous health and safety protocol to ground air traffic. A spokesman for the organization has outlined that between 50 and 200 people plan to fly drones simultaneously across a number of days. From September 13th on, we plan to exploit a loophole in Heathrow's airport's health and safety protocols and fly toy drones within its restricted zone, the group has said. It is our understanding that the airport's authorities will respond by grounding all flights. Drones will not be flown in flight paths, and there will be no risk of harm to anyone. According to The Guardian, the same spokesman said, "We know that we will all be arrested. We know that we will face significant prison sentences for our actions. We have lives. We have families. We do not wish to go to prison, but we are steadfast in our resolve. We do this in defense of life. We do this because our conscience leaves us no other choice but act." The activists plan to fly drones within a 3-mile exclusion zone surrounding the airport. According to Pause Heathrow, the airport will be given an hour's notice before each flight, ensuring that to comply with Heathrow's own rules, no manned aircraft flights will take place. So, in a way, this is the most British example of activism you can imagine, resting entirely on an overzealous reading of the airport's health and safety protocols. On the one hand, those responsible for the actions are planning to alert the relevant authorities ahead of time and have no intention of putting anyone at risk. Instead, this stunt designed to exploit a loophole, in my opinion, is going to once again put drones on the bad side of news. Now, if you're environmental activists who are so concerned about health and safety, Number one, why are you bringing drones into it in the first place? You clearly stated, quote, "We know that we will be arrested. We know that we will face significant prison sentences for our actions." And then go on to state, quote, "We do not wish to go to prison, so don't be an idiot." And don't once again shine the negativity on drone flyers. What is the deal? Keep your eyes open, guys. September 13th is when these fools are planning on putting our hobby once again in the negativity. In other news, there's a hurricane coming. You have questions. How much food should you stock up? What needs to be moved out of your yard? What room of the house is the safest? Well, after Hurricane Irma in 2017, countless South Floridians voiced frustration with the slow return of the local internet and cellular phone service. Now, as Hurricane Dorian gathers strength in the Atlantic, carriers say that they are better prepared should another disaster strike, with at least one carrier boasting emergency service from the sky in the form of drones. Private carriers did not release data after Irma showing how many South Florida customers lost cell phone or internet service. At least one computer services manager for condominiums has said that there was thousands that were out for an extended period of time. The service manager, president, and CEO of Miami Gardens-based Arc Solvers now says that he feels more confident about the ability of cable and internet providers to respond should the service goes down, something that even he says is almost inevitable. When a storm hits, people are trying to reach out. If something goes wrong, you are trying to reach out. To be able to do that, numerous providers are now making different preparations. AT&T has begun staging cell-on-wheel trucks, or COWs, that can be moved into place to cover affected areas. An AT&T spokesperson has said that as many as 30 such vehicles can be deployed according to Dorian's path and aftermath. COWs also refer to cells on wings. In other words, drones. AT&T has at least two in its fleet that can fly into place and provide coverage to emergency crews. This company, which is the official service provider of the Miami-Dade government, cited other improvements. Since Hurricane Irma, we have improved the resiliency of our network throughout Florida by moving microfiber underground and increasing the number of fixed generators and installing additional backup infrastructures at cell sites. In a statement, Verizon said that it has also made a significant investment in a fleet of new satellite-equipped portable cell sites. A T-Mobile representative did not immediately respond for comment. On its website, it said that it now had a range of recovery equipment and supplies on hand, including generators, network recovery equipment, and community response trucks, should they be needed in the aftermath of the storm. Keep your eyes open. You may see, if you are in a hurricane path, one of these, unfortunately, but fortunately, coming to an area near you. If you see it, know you can use yourself.
That's cool. I want to get me one of those.
Well, you better go to work for one of the cell providers.
I'm going to chase that thing down and let's see it. Get y'all.
Told you guys, technology is all in this field. That's what's so amazing. And now, to be able to use it to help. You know, before, think back a few years, right? Drones, quadcopters were feared. Everybody thought you were spying on them. Drones could do no good at all. They needed to be banned. They needed to be outlawed. Nobody should fly. Why do you even want to fly? You're stupid for flying. Da 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 da. Well, now you look at everything drones do to help. And back then, nobody ever thought it was possible. And what's to say what's going to happen in the next year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? Technology is always advancing. And now, when you can go from a hobbyist, take a test, start making money with that right there, come on, guys. Where else can you really do that? Think about it. Where else can you honestly do that?
Crazy. Just the battery. It's the same size as the battery.
And I'm sure you all want to fly this weekend. I know we want to fly this weekend. And I can say that now. Baby Blue is calling the name. It's like, fly me, fly me.
Exactly, Chuck. That's what we
So,
need to do with it.
I hope Mother Nature is kind to you all. Unfortunately, if you are in the path of one of these storms, please fly responsibly. We don't need to see one of our family members on the news.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't. No, I promise I will feature you on the Drone Network News if it happens, but we don't need to see that.
Here you go.
Enjoy our hobby, because that's what it's all about. No. Night, Adam. Work's calling your name early.
Is that a view or not? Wow.
Right? The big boy.
Holy cow.
The little boy. And of course, he doesn't have an extra hand, but the Spark is really like the bomb.
No, but this is cool. How they're both black and white, Aspen, or whatever they call it. Mavic Air meets the DJI Inspire.
Right?
Heavy,
there
too.
you go.
Ooh.
DJI has that new return to ISIS bomber and blow his ass up feature.
Yeah.
Instead of return to home. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Oh, Lord. Do you want your chair back? Are you sure?
Yep.
That works for me. I am going to turn you back over to this one.
This a wall?
I'm going to climb back there. Oh, there's a Dark Crystal series now, huh?
Drop JD a link for that diagram.
You know, you got
JD.
the Sweet and Innocent Crystal, and then apparently you got your own Dark Crystal.
Look, he just come back and said it too. We must have been thinking about the same thing. You can do that.
Is that on here?
Yeah, you probably better go on here. Yeah, let us check us out real quick.
JD's, hon, you know I love you. You're making me work.
Tell her that's what she said she wants to get back into it. Let's do it also. Go over here. It should be there. If not, JD, if it's not in my affiliate thing, I will just drop a link for you, and then you can do it. Go over here. Go over there. Boom, boom, boom. I know how to work this a little bit.
I'm glad you do, because I don't.
Search it here. That's not going to bring it up. I don't think so.
Who's Search Queen?
All right, keep scrolling down. Let's see if it pops up. Because that's what I said. I never knew they were part of it. That's what had me. When you said issue, I'm like, huh?
Give me
Just keep going
that.
down. It's only 4 pages.
Only 4 pages. Do you hear him?
Just scroll down. It'll probably be there. I'll tell you Yeah, that's probably what you should have did the first time. Just do Daikon. Don't put Ishi in it. I think it's on there.
I'm gonna get up. You're gonna sit here. No.
It's on there. I remember seeing it.
Yeah. You just said you hadn't seen it.
Here, punch in the GT349.
No, not there.
Or
Not there. You get your chair.
Here.
I'm stuck. I'll look back here.
Hey, get on your tablet. Get that tablet face going. Sorry,
Man.
guys.
He's not sorry. He just likes to aggravate me.
They're like, man, I'm not gonna ask her to look nothing up for me. Holy cow! I saw it the other night. I saw it. I actually done shared it with Ryan. I thought the link, so I just don't remember where I saw it. Which one? It might have been what she said.
Right?
Give me 2 seconds, please. Well, more than 2 seconds. I got this though. Somewhere over the rainbow. It's not popping up.
I don't know
Alright.
why you didn't believe me when I said that, but
I was there before. It's weird.
they changed.
I think they do. Change the things.
If it stayed the same, it'd get mighty boring.
I got another way of doing it, just dropping a link. I don't know what I popped it up on. I got a bunch of stuff popping up here. That's only one page. No. So they hide it now for some reason. Where's it at? Alright, so JD, I'll drop you let me look for a rabbit. I call it the rabbit, but I looked it up one night and it popped up. Just don't know where it's at right now. They must change things around. Okay. So we'll do. And then let me see which ones. Deals. Actually, they're running a sale now. You get that's the annual sale that they're running. So everything's pretty much on sale. Get a link. Here is 30% off. Shopping guide. Let's drop that. There's a 30% off code for you. And yeah, I can whistle, homie. What are you trying to do? That's not going to do the link now. And there's the link.
And use that 30% off coupon on that link. Teamwork.
sure that we do it right. That way the links go right. I don't know. There's a way you have to do it. He said, "Oh, they arguing." Now I just got a reminder that you have to go through the affiliate thing to get the link, or it's just like doing it. Doesn't matter. You might, in that case, you should just drop like a regular link and then search for it, and that way you'll find it. Because if you go into the link and then search it, you know what I mean, it'll find that way. But if we do it and send it, it won't. It'll just do the regular link. But anyway, you get 30% off. Go for it, man. Get you 30% off anyway. No power supply with that one. Huh? No power supply with that one. This is a nice cruise. Be nice there, Chris. Yeah, right, homie. You don't want to. Homie said you don't want me sitting here before before you get up. How about a LiPo charger that takes 6 cents balance leads like a parallel charge? Hang on. I'll see if they got that charger real quick. It pops up. Come on, come on. I got whistle. That's right. I can't sing. Homie said. Carlos, I don't remember if I shared that with you. With that, you gotta get a Facebook account, bro. I had one. They were doing it for the Amazon thing, and a couple people got it. Wayne actually got it. It's a real nice charger, and you could have got your money back for it too. Like review it for him. You know what I mean? Are you kidding me? I think their site's just being crazy tonight. Usually it pops everything up. That's tonight. Yeah, they're being retarded. It's not even popping. When I look up RC chargers, it's not even pulling nothing up. I think their site, for some reason, the search bar is not working. Which I can't clear the cache thing because we're live. It will kill us. I bought an XT60 parallel board, but I need a charger that has the 6S balance port. Yeah, and that one that I got does have that 6S port. It's got that one balance lead coming off of it. No, because it still plugs in with a 6S. I was trying to think if it plugged in on the smaller one. I'm surprised that charger you got doesn't do 6S. That's pretty weird. I thought all of them pretty much went to 6S. Because I had that little, what was it? The little blue box one. That thing actually did 6S too. I did. I put in LiPo charger first, and it didn't pop nothing up. So then I put in Venom, and Venom popped nothing up. Anything I put in, it's not popping up. So it's something to do it. I just got to clear the cache and then do it. Seen Mr. Croc by Flywoo. Nah. I ain't mess with much of the Flywoo stuff. So yours will do, you said 6S, but one at a time. So you can't do the, I guess, so what does that, you said the chart or the parallel board you got has a 6S plug-in now? Yeah, I haven't messed much with that Flywoo stuff, Skipper. iFlight has come along. Now, iFlight, dude, they're on point. They're, well, actually, iFlight and Flywoo is pretty much the same, aren't they? Because they had those Flywoo motors that were pretty much like the iFlight premiums at that time. But they were like $5 more because they were just a gold camo or something. They have a dual 3S charger for $50. Dang, that's cheap. I got the Venom Duo Pro charger. That does from 2S to 6S at, I think it's 7.5 watts per channel. And it's 2 channels. Add it to your cart, Ryan. What's that? Dun, dun, dun. Ryan had to take a shower. Uh-oh, he got all hot. Cool, Mike. Your hybrid pinching now. Nice. I did it in the park. Was it last week? I think it was. I want to do when it slows down flying, which I mean the weather slows us all down. I want to get into doing that, and I've been doing it slowly. What I found is I have to raise my sticks on my transmitter up, and then I can do it perfect. With the sticks down low, when I hybrid and push forward, I'll hit my finger. I know you're just supposed to move your finger out the way, but I kind of like leaving both fingers on the sticks at all times. So if I raise the stick up, probably like that much, it's like perfect. And I could just make sleeves for it, print some sleeves and slide down on top of there. In my opinion, that's that little charger you got, Chuck, ain't it? That thing is crazy small. No, I don't think there's no reason to charge less than 1C. I don't even really charge 1C with my Venom or anything. I'll use like little parallel boards or something that plugs into a LiPo or something. Push 40 amps. Woo! I think mine's 7.5 amps. No, I think it's more than that. Eric figured all that out. That's why he bought the thing. He sat there and figured all that stuff out. Oh, the Wizard? I'm not sure. Anything that you're interested in, JDs, just go ahead and leave it in chat here. And then I'll go back once the chat loads after the live stream, and then I'll shoot you links on Messenger for it. It's easier that way for me instead of trying to search. Now, for some reason, I guess because I'm live, the search bar is not working properly. But usually I clear the cache, the cookie thing and whatnot. I use Crap Cleaner, and I'll use that, and then it seems like it loads everything. But yeah, anything you're interested, just punch it in here, and then I'll do it. I know the Eachine Wizard's on there. Go to left hand throttle. Okay, yeah, so you fly the same way, left hand on the throttle. You're welcome, bro. Ain't no problem. Yeah, I'll check too, Carlos, and see if they run in Venoms there. I don't think they do. I'm thinking because Venom's pretty much their company, so they're good on their warranties and all that too. So if you have any problems with it, they'll pretty much take care of it.
Yeah, guys, anytime Chris has ever sent you a link, if you click on it and just go up to the search bar and find whatever it is, he will still get the credit for it. So it's not like you always need a link direct to an item. Anytime you click on a link he sent, just search and he'd still get the credit. And
that's because they don't have everything in the affiliate link. Everything's not there. So yeah, like I could send you a link, just say for a propeller, and then you just, when I send you that link, you just go to the search bar and then type in what you're looking for at that point. Just don't leave that link, you know what I mean? Go to their website with that link, and you can just search everything. Whatever you purchase, it will still support the channel. And I appreciate you, wanting to do that. I really do.
And if you needed a link, there's a link. That's just to the website, and Chris would get credit.
Yeah, so that's the link right there, JDC drop. So you can just go into that link, and then anything you're interested in, you can click it. Carlos, the same way. If you catch a charger on there, I don't know what that one is. I'm not sure it's there because you definitely want to get one that's reputable, that's going to be worthy of, doing what you want. And I do know that Venom Duo is on point. I hate if Banggood don't have the sale, then they're just not going to be able to get it because it's definitely worthy of a charger. Like I have been, the batteries and everything, when I went to that charger, just start lasting longer and everything for some reason. Because I think it balances out properly.
Carlos, that's possibility in the works. But it's a lot different and
yes,
different angles.
Yeah, a lot of different angles with that. But yeah, something that's definitely, say, working on slowly.
All right, Quad Family Survey. Who's got the jumper? Any variation of the jumper. I know John, RC Funds, has it.
Who's got the jumper? Dang. No, I'm kidding, you guys.
I know Birdman has one. I know where that came from.
Yep. Definitely. Not me. I had it. Birdman's got it. And I just couldn't. To be honest, I liked it, the aspect of what it can do. Just never felt it as far as it being a transmitter in my hand, Never grabbed it and just thought, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, nah. And I flew a lot of the toy grade quads back then. So I was flying, and if you think about it, they do resemble, like, say, the WL toys. Think about it kind of a way. Not the gimbals. Don't get me wrong. The gimbals are way better. The quality is way better. I'm saying the feel of the radio itself. So
I know John loves his.
I didn't want that pretty much. And, well, the whole deal of the jumper that kind of got screwed out of and all that, I kind of got away from it for that. I was just like, nah, I'm not done with that thing. But I'm glad Mike was into it. Like I said, we worked something out. I remember, I think we traded a Hubson or something for it. I think it was. But yeah, glad you enjoy it, man. And then you had a problem with it, had Banggoods fix it, right? Or something like that? Or GearBest or something? Now, I was looking, when they told me to pick something, I was looking at something that I thought was pretty cool for the people. But then I thought, well, because they say, if you get the jumper, you got everything. And it's true, because you got all the protocols in there. You guys remember protocols? I used to read the shit out of them. Homie Paul loved me when I did protocols. But there is a module that goes in the back of the QX7. I forget the pin, what they call that pin back there, but it hooks up through that, and it works all the protocols. So I may look into getting that because of working on other people's quads. That's the only thing I have to do now, is not turn the work down, but if they have like a Spectrum radio or something, I would have to solder like a QX, a FR Sky one into it. I can do Fly Sky. I was going to say FL Sky. I can do Fly Sky or FR Sky. They're the only two ones I can do. Anything else? Nah. Night, Chuck. Be good, bro. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. I got you.
Chuck's going to jam.
Chuck's going to jam.
He's going to listen to his new music he got.
First is 2 things. I got you. Have fun, Chuck. Jam out. So 2 weeks. I remember when you were going through that, Mike. I was trying to think everything in my brain what it could be, and I was just like lost. I was like, the channel, invert it maybe? You're like, nope, it won't do it. I'm like, that's weird. 2 weeks to figure it out. Dang, as long as 2 weeks of your life too, especially if you fly with that transmitter. I seen a thumbnail pop up with your Manus video diving what was it, that park, or fort or whatever it was that you were there, that park. I want to check that out. I bet that thing's got a lot more power than whoops on it. Got the black T12 as well. I got you. Got the black T12 as well. So what do you got? You said a black T12. So what do you got though? Oh yeah, because that one, I forgot they changed like the colors of them and all that time. The battleground, yeah, that's what it was. I had the same one Carlos was right talking about. I heard some jumpers at top. I heard some jumpers at top of tall buildings. Well, some of those jumper radios, to figure them out, Carlos, that's what you should do. Go to the top of a tall building and just throw it off. That, I don't know. It's to work with, it works fine. As far as buying it to those receivers, when you're trying to take that thing and bind it to all the toy grade quads, it just doesn't work as good as they said it did. They said you could take that one transmitter and fly your whole collection. I had at one time, I guarantee you, 120 toy grade drones, and I probably only flew, well, I flew that little Hudson right here. Let me find it on the wall right here. I flew that little one with it. That did bind up and hook up with no problem, and the switches and all worked good. That's about the only thing. I flew the Tarantula with it once, and then the next day it just wouldn't respond to it. It just like went dormant for some reason. So it wasn't really, and that's, you know what does that? The milliwatts that you're able to feed through that jumper, that's what makes it what it is. When you get it bound to something, that milliwatts, dude, is crazy, crazy, crazy. You take one of them with a whoop, what was it? What was that? Was it the Eachine one? The 7mm whoop. What was that? The E11, I'm wanting to say. That was the pretty decent one for brush motors. Plenty of power and all. With that, with the jumper, now that's a contender. Throw a nice little AIO Cameron VTX on that for FPV. That's a nice little ride right there. Ryan, he said, you mean the junker? That's what I used to call it. I used to joke around and call it the junker. But anybody that's got it, I don't mean no hard feelings. To each their own. And hey, you like it, you like it. It works for you, it works for you. It was too much, I think, for me. It was too intimidating, too much to understand at one time. I was like, nah. When I first got my QX7, I was lost. Now, this one here, which is the guts out of this, that's the XKX350 WL Toys. You guys remember them, right? So this was they call it the race division, what do they call it, with the brushless motor thing and all. Now that transmitter, that has the I think the X7, the XKX7 radio. Now you could go in and change everything on that Expo. Think of what we do on Betaflight, you could do in the transmitter on that. So that, I was already into that before I got into all this. So that helped me out a lot to understand that kind of things. And there, lost little blue. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, on your TX voltage for sure. Yours don't talk to you, Mike. I'm surprised where it's open TX, you can't have it talking to you and telling you when the battery's low. How about the host? I don't know. Anything says jumper, I'm jumping away from it. This is because my experience I have with my jumper. But I heard they gotten better as they went. They gotten Hall gimbals in them. The thing is, when you go to update them and all that, that DFU, it just doesn't work good. For me, that's the part I struggled on. Now Sterling, what was his name? His new name, Sterling. I want to say Mods and Hobbs, or is that Tom? Quads and Mods is Tom. Hobbs. or something Sterling. I can't remember. But he knows a lot about the jumper and used the jumper and like did all kind of stuff to it. Love to grab the carbon. Mike will have all the jumpers. Jump into a jumper. Well, guys, it's almost 10 o'clock. I think we're going to go ahead and end this, but it felt good to come back on and do a show because we've been missing so many weeks of it. And JD's, I will definitely, like I said, if you didn't go to that link Crystal dropped and searched, I'll definitely find it and drop it on Messenger for you. I think I'm on Messenger with you, aren't I? You are on Facebook, right? Is JD on Facebook? That's right. What's his name on there? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, yeah, I got you on Facebook then, or I will get you. Appreciate it, Jeremy. Appreciate you guys' time, and be good. Fly them birds. Hope you have a good Labor Day weekend. Keep building, keep flying. Yeah.
Night, guys.
Night, guys. Have a good one. Appreciate you.
Love y'all. Happy Labor Day weekend as well. Enjoy it. Be safe.
See you guys. And